What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SKOL Report here on Valhalla Sports Talk. This is your weekly NFL Week 2 prediction video. My name is Valhalla, at least that's what they call me here on YouTube. And we're going to go through each and every one of these contests here in Week 2, and I'll pick my winners and my losers for each game. We'll also give you the current betting lines as of recording, and we'll go through it all one game at a time, take our little bit of time as we do it. But anyway, tomorrow night's game, Vikings versus Eagles, is on Amazon Prime Video. I'll be hosting a watch party here on the channel. I do all the Minnesota Vikings games. So looking forward to seeing y'all there. The Berserkers and the Homies should be there in full effect. And hopefully we have a good game and get a victory against the Eagles. But with that being said, here are my predictions for week 2. As I mentioned, this game start out with Minnesota traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Vikings are a 6.5 point dog in this contest. Eagles favored by 6.5. The over under for runs scored is 49 points. Should be an interesting matchup. The Eagles are kind of banged up already on defense. They've lost a number of players. I think they've got 3 starters out. The Vikings struggled last week, to say the least, especially on defense. That Viking defense is still struggling and giving up points at the end of the half. This is a rematch of last year's Week 2 contest, the Vikings versus the Eagles on a Monday night. But this one here, I'm going to pick the Eagles after much consternation. Hate to pick against your own team, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. I'm thinking something like 2017, somewhere in that ballpark. So I would take Minnesota and take the points, and I would bet the under on this one. Game 2, the Packers go on the road and they take on the Atlanta Falcons. Let me find this one. I've got DraftKings up over here providing me the most current line. Shouldn't be this hard to find. There it is. So currently, the Packers are a 1 point favorite in this game on the road at Atlanta. So the Packers impressed the odds makers last week. Atlanta, at home. I'm thinking in this one here, I'm going to pick the Falcons in this one, and I think it's actually not even going to be close. So I would take Atlanta on the money line, and the over under is 40.5. So I'm going to bet Atlanta on the money line and the over in this contest. Okay. Game 3, the Raiders travel all the way across the United States to take on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. This game here, the Raiders are a 8.5 point dog. 8.5 points. Buffalo, obviously favored by 8.5. The over under of 46. I think the Bills are going to shake off a horrible week 1, and the Raiders are going to run out of that honeymoon, their initial honeymoon here in 2023. And I'm going to pick the Bills to win this game. And this is, to me, is a tough line. It's kind of a trap game type deal. But I'm going to take the Bills and give up the points. Bills give up the points, and I'm going to bet the under on that game. Game 3, Baltimore, or game 4, Baltimore travels to the Bengals. Baltimore currently a 3.5 point dog in this contest. So Cincinnati favored by 3.5, over under of 46.5. I'm picking the Bengals in this one. I think Burrow will shake off that horrible week 1. And just because they are at home, but this is going to be a real close game, as the 3.5 points indicates. So I'm going to say take Cincinnati, but this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. I'm picking Cincinnati to win it, but I'm going to say take Baltimore and the points and bet the under. Take Baltimore and the points and bet the under. Game number 5, Seattle goes to Detroit. A Detroit team much hyped after week 1, and they're going to host this one at home. Detroit is favored by 5.5 points, over under of 47.5. I think this one here, I think the Lions excited about the start of their season. I think they're going to have a packed house, which is not a guaranteed thing for the Lions. But I think the Lions blow out the Seahawks this week. I say take the Lions, give up the points, and bet the over in this game. Bet the over in this game. So that's my prediction there. Lions. Game number 5, Colts travel to the Texans. Colts travel to the Texans. Where you at? Where you at? So this one's pretty much a pick 'em with Indy favored by a point. So Indy giving up 39.5 is the over under. I don't think this is going to be close. I'm going to say give me the Colts, give up the 1, and bet the over. Bet the over 39.5. This is an exciting matchup because you got the two rookie quarterbacks in C.J. Stroud and Richardson. So yeah, that's how I'm going to go on that one. Game number 7, Chiefs go to Jaguars. Chiefs, Jaguars. I got to do a better job of finding these on this page here, y'all. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that damn hard. There we go. Chiefs are giving up 3.5. Jaguars getting 3.5. Over under of 51, so they expect fireworks. And I agree with them. I agree with them. Jacksonville is an up and coming team. I think they're an exciting team. But I think the Chiefs, after that week 1 shocker, I think they're going to win this one. And I think they're going to win it kind of handily, personally. So I'm going to say Chiefs give up the 3.5. And that's a tough over under. Tough over under. I'm going to say bet the under. So Chiefs give up the points and bet the under in that one. Jaguars, I think, will have difficulty against that Chiefs defense. Okay, so then we got Bears versus Bucks. Bears versus Bucks. Let's find that one. Boom, 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 boom. Bears versus Bucks. The Bears are getting 2.5 on the road. Buccaneers won that game against Minnesota. I was not very impressed with them, however. I'm going to say, I'm going to go against my greater intuition and Bears hate and say, take the Bears in this one. The Bears going to win on the road. They were much hyped before the season. So take the Bears, get the 2.5, and this over under of 40.5, bet the under. Bet the under. So Bucks get the win. I think I just said the exact opposite. I think I literally just said the exact opposite. All right, we'll move on. We'll move on here. I actually have the Bucks winning in my first inclination, but after looking at the points, this is pretty much a pick 'em, dude. Don't mortgage the house on that one. Game number 9, the Chargers go and take on Tennessee. Tennessee is getting 3 points in this one. The Chargers, obviously, the road team. Over under of 45.5. Tennessee struggled last week, especially at quarterback. So in a battle like this, where the spread is only like 3 points, I'm going to take who I think is the better quarterback in Justin Herbert, and I'll give up the 3. I'm going to take the Chargers, give up the 3, and move on from there. As far as the over/under, bet the under. The under is my guess. All right. Giants versus Cardinals. So Giants travel across the nation after a unbelievable defeat on Monday Night Football, and they take off a team that I think has mailed it in even before the season started in the Arizona Cardinals. This one here, I'm picking the Giants. Giants are going to win it. Um, get off the get off the old dead donkey there and and get a win in week 2. And so I'm going to take the Giants, and the Cardinals maintain their position trying to pick up first in the NFL draft. Next game, San Francisco goes to Los Angeles. San Francisco is getting giving up 7.5 points in this one to the Rams at their house, and over under is 45. I think this one might be kind of a shocker here. That Frisco defense, wow, y'all. I mean, I saw most power rankings have the Niners at number 1 right now, and I think it's in large part to that defense. But I'm gonna say that this one right here, I'm gonna only because I'm picking Frisco to win it, right? But when we talk about points being involved, I'm gonna take the Rams, get the 7.5, and then I'm gonna bet the under. This will be a shocking game where they don't score nearly as much as they're presumed to score. So I'm going to take, as I mentioned, I'm getting the points there with the Rams, but Frisco's going to win it outright on a money line bet. Next game, Jets, Cowboys, Cowboys, Cowboys here. The Jets reeling with the loss of Aaron Rodgers. Um, and they have to travel to Dallas, and this is a 9.5 point spread. So picking the Cowboys to win, picking the Cowboys to win the game. But on a bet, I would probably go Jets, take the 9.5, and bet the over in the game. Jets, take the over. Next one, Washington versus Denver Broncos. I think Washington is kind of in that same boat as the Arizona Cardinals. Um, Washington beat the Arizona Cardinals last week, but that trip to Denver is going to be too much. The Commanders are getting 3.5 points in this game, but I think Denver will win it by a touchdown or more. So I'm going to take Denver, giving up 3.5, and I'll bet the over of 39. So 39 seems awfully low to me. So bet the over. Dolphins go up the coast to take on the Patriots. Patriots, tough game last week, but they did come back late. I've got them winning this one straight out. Got them winning it straight out. But what does the line look like on this one? Boom. The Patriots are giving up 3 to the Dolphins. Are the Dolphins for real? I think we're going to find out here in the next couple weeks. I personally don't think that Belichick's going to lose 2 weeks in a row. So I'm going to take the Patriots, and I'm willing to give up the 3 if I have to. And the over under of 47, I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. Maybe be some weather involved there, but I'm definitely going to take the under. But a straight up bet, taking the Patriots, also taking them, giving up 3. The next game, Saints versus Panthers. Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers in this one. Notice I started picking them now before I look over here, so don't screw it up like I did that other game. So I don't screw it up. Where is this game? Looking for a Panther. Still looking for a Panther. Come on, DraftKings. There it is. Okay. So it's a 4 point game. They say Carolina is giving up 4 to Seattle. This one here, it's at home in Carolina. I'm not overly impressed with Seattle personally, but I've got the Panthers getting a victory at home, and I'm going to get 4 points. And 42.5 is the over under. I'm going to go under on the over under. Okay, the last game of the week is Cleveland Browns traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking Pittsburgh here, y'all. Pittsburgh got thoroughly embarrassed last week. They're only giving up a point and a half. What am I looking at? Wow, I screwed this up late, y'all. I screwed this up late in the video. I was looking at next week. We're gonna roll with it though. Browns Steelers. So Browns are favored by 2 in this one. Browns are favored by 2. Steelers giving up 2. So I'm going to take the Steelers at home, and I'm going to bet the over. The over is 39 points. So give me the Steelers and the over. And that's it for the week 2 NFL predictions video here on Valhalla Sports Talk. I'd like to ask you, if you like what you see here, we're going to do these every week. I'd like to ask you to hit that subscribe button to help support the channel. Give the video a like. And if you want to know when we go online for our live streams, just hit that notification bell as well. But I thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Valhalla Sports Talk. Thanks you for joining us.